Here we have the NEV Hyman Submoon in PU construction. Yeah, this board is pretty wide in the front. It's kind of like, I guess it's a normal shorty, but just really condensed in, and there's all this volume up the front here, which allows it to paddle really well. So just right from the mark, you're kind of up and going. And then this back half is just like an F1, it just wants to take off on you, and you notice that through every bottom turn and through every you know, maneuver through the lip, it would just want to keep going, which is yeah, definitely what I like in a board. Yeah, so I rode this board as a thruster, and the tail almost added like it was I was riding a quad setup, you know. It just felt like I had so much in the water and so much, you know, drive through those turns and off the bottom. The squirt, I guess, is a great word to kind of name it, you know. It's just everything's going and it wants to go forward, and for such a unique fish board, it really performed like a, you know, an everyday shortboard. NEV Hyman has also thrown in a Submoon fish in epoxy technology. The same board, but just with the epoxy feature that made it even more squirtier and more faster and livelier than the PU, which I've been kind of liking a lot of epoxies lately. So this was really kind of refreshing and different to what I've ridden before, and all the same features throughout the board, but just a little bit quicker and a little bit, I guess, quicker through manoeuvres. Between the PU and the epoxy, I preferred the epoxy in the conditions I rode it, but both had a lot of positives. But for me, yeah, the epoxy was the one I'd probably get off the shelf. I just think it was just quicker off the mark. You know, in a fish, you want something that's going to go in really subpar conditions, and this would be the board that would go in really bad conditions for me. So being this little Submoon fish, yeah, epoxy technology. I could imagine, you know, maybe in a little bit more consequential waves, you'd want the PU. But yeah, the epoxy for a beach break, everyday board for, you know, on the Gold Coast or whatever, it performed really well.